Hi Reetta Kälviäinen, you are a professor of neurology and the leader of the clinical epilepsy research group. Could you briefly introduce your research group and some of its key focus areas?
Hello, so I'm professor of neurology, but always during the even 40 years my field has been, as said, clinical epilepsy. So I'm also the director of the Kuopio University Hospital Epilepsy Center, and we are the full member of the European Reference Network for Epilepsy, Rare and Complex Epilepsies, EpiCare. So this is the background why we especially deal with rare and complex epilepsies, severe epilepsies, which is a very large field, and we have this large international, very important collaboration which targets towards therapies of severe epilepsies.
Okay, wow. And could you give some examples of the kind of research questions or challenges that your group is addressing in their research?
Okay, so epilepsy is not one condition, but a very large, very heterogeneous group of different neurological diseases. So first of all, we try to tackle of the different etiologies. And then also, although there has been several new drugs developed for epilepsy, prognosis has not improved for decades, and still about 30% of the patients still remain drug refractory. So these are the questions that we still fight for in this EpiCare network, but also in Kuopio. At the moment, the burden of epilepsy is really surprisingly large. It's a very burdensome disease at individual, social, and economic levels. The burden equals the breast cancer in women and lung cancer in men. This is a very surprising fact, I would say. And therefore, at the moment, we are trying to find in our group here in Kuopio new biomarkers, prognostic biomarkers, and also therapeutic biomarkers, so that we would be able to more in a personalized manner find targeted therapeutics for epilepsy and treat it in a personalized manner. And we try to combine the traditional biomarkers with new biomarkers, and also we are using machine learning with this. So this is a very translational, multidisciplinary research, starting from the clinic, from the patients, and really involving also patients to our research, but then coming to the university, to the basic researchers, and also to the computational research in a modern way using artificial intelligence.
Wow, very important work, and it sounds like you're doing many different kinds of collaborations.
Absolutely, both at the university level, but also nationally in Finland. We have a very great national collaboration, and then, as said, we work especially at the European level with the most important epilepsy centers in the Europe, altogether 60 of them. And then, of course, we have global activities in the International League Against Epilepsy, which is the global scientific organization.
Wow, amazing. And talking about amazing things, what are some of the achievements of your research group that you are proud of?
So at the very scientific level, I'm really proud of our cohort of progressive myoclonic epilepsy type 1. We have the world's largest cohort of the patients, because this is, although it's a rare and very severe disease, we have the largest cohort in Finland. This is most frequently found disease in Finland because of our so-called Finnish genetic disease inheritance. And so we have been able to look at this disease, especially here in Kuopio, and we have the largest cohort in the world. We have done deep phenotyping and sort of deep phenotype this cohort. So this is something specific for us, and then we try to also copy this this idea to other genetical diseases and other etiologies of epilepsy. But on the other hand, then when we come to the sort of another level of epilepsy research, we have just published last year the epilepsy care pathway in Finland, and we suggest that as a model for other regions and other countries in Europe and also globally. So that has been built together with the national experts, both in adult epilepsy and pediatric epilepsy, and also the patient organization. Patient and public involvement is very important for our research, and we try to listen and really collaborate with those who suffer from epilepsy and really know the questions that are important.
That's wonderful. And if you look towards the future, what kind of impact would you like to see your group's research to have in the next maybe 5 to 10 years?
As said, there are still a lot of drug refractory epilepsy, severe epilepsy, that we don't know the exact reasons, mechanisms of epilepsy, and so we need a lot of basic research, and also then hopefully we can solve etiology by etiology the reasons why these patients become drug refractory, and hope we can really solve the issue of why this epilepsy is so difficult. But I hope also that we very immediately can incorporate our research efforts into routine clinical care. So always, if we do find some solutions, we would then really quite rapidly come with the solutions to the routine clinical care. So it's very important to implement and disseminate the research. So that's my goal, not only to stay in the research chambers and talk to researchers only.
That's a very impactful way to do it indeed. Then the most important question, why should researchers choose your group for their postdoc? What makes your group amazing?
I think I already sort of explained it, but I think this is a very unique environment. This is a quite small city or town. We are all here very near to each other. The hospital environment, the patients, all the multidisciplinary clinical group is there. Then the basic researchers, the computational researchers. The Kuopio multidisciplinary group works very well together. But then, as said, we have a very unique international network also on daily basis interacting with us, so that this is really truly an international environment also. So I think this, at least for me, for 40 years, this has been really fruitful for my research, and I think it would be fruitful also for the new researchers, new young researchers.
Thank you very much, Reetta Kälviäinen.